Hidden away in California's harsh desert, there exists an unusual place where society's rules simply don't apply. Welcome to Slab City, often called the last free place in America. Here, there are no police, no government, no rent, and life operates without the typical boundaries. Slab City is a haven for wanderers, artists, and free spirits looking to escape the constraints of modern society. But how has this lawless oasis managed to thrive in the heart of the US? Is it truly a symbol of ultimate freedom, or does it come with its own share of danger and unpredictability? In the blistering desert, where summer temperatures can reach a scorching 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, Slab City has no electricity, running water, or sanitation. Its residents survive against nature and isolation, building homes from old cars, recycled scraps, and whatever they can scavenge. Walls covered in vibrant graffiti conceal untold stories, while the desert's darkness brings an eerie silence as night falls. Once a military base, this desolate town now stands as a raw testament to an alternative lifestyle, where life is an unfiltered blend of resilience, creativity, and defiance against the norms of society. Let's journey back to the 1940s. During the height of World War II, when the US government built Camp Dunlap in California's unforgiving desert. Here, young soldiers trained intensely, preparing for battles that would shape history. But after the war, Camp Dunlap lost its importance. And by 1956, the military withdrew, dismantling nearly everything, leaving only the concrete slabs under the harsh desert sun. It seemed this abandoned land would be forgotten. But in the 1960s and 1970s, a new wave of people arrived. Amidst the social unrest of the Vietnam War era, individuals seeking freedom and escape from society's constraints found solace here. They set up tents, trailers, and built an unconventional community atop the slabs, giving birth to Slab City, a place where official rules vanished and a different kind of society flourished. Artists, drifters, veterans, and outcasts transformed this former military base into a free-spirited sanctuary. Today, Slab City is more than just a shelter. It's a reflection of the hidden side of American society, a daring experiment in absolute freedom where people live by their own rules and challenge every boundary. How did a military base, once a fortress of order and authority, become a wild, rule-free city where almost anything goes? Step into Slab City, and you're not just entering a lawless zone, you're entering a world where lives intersect in mystery, and every makeshift shelter has a story, sometimes shocking and always intriguing. This isn't a place for the timid. Every dusty path, every hidden corner reveals secrets that only the brave are willing to uncover. In Slab City, absolute freedom comes with the harshest conditions and none of the comforts of modern life. Each day is a battle, not only against nature's extremes, but also against the challenges of self-reliance in a place with no safety nets. Imagine standing under the blazing California sun, where daytime temperatures often exceed 49 degrees Celsius, 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The heat is relentless. The air parched, and there's no escape, no shade, no lakes, just vast, dusty desert stretching endlessly. Here, finding water is a constant struggle. Clean water is so precious that residents must haul it in from miles away, often making long trips to nearby towns to bring back a few gallons for basic needs. It's not just water scarcity they face. There's also no electricity, no sanitation, and no waste disposal. Every drop of water is saved, recycled, and reused. Bathing and washing clothes are done sparingly, and at night the darkness is complete, broken only by dim candlelight or small solar-powered lamps. The absence of law enforcement adds another layer of intensity. With no police, each resident must look out for their own safety. Despite these hardships, Slab City residents have found creative ways to survive. Many have set up solar power systems, scavenging old panels to generate just enough energy for essentials. Rainwater is collected in homemade tanks to reduce their dependence on outside sources. Community is crucial here, as residents help each other out in times of need. Mike, a local mechanic, uses his skills to fix broken machinery for others, often receiving food or help in exchange. "We trade everything," he says, "from food and water to services. Money doesn't mean much here." In this rugged environment, ingenuity is key. Homes are constructed from whatever materials are available. Scrap wood, metal, even plastic bottles. Yet, unrestrained freedom also has its risks. Drugs and social vices are part of life here. And with no one to regulate behavior, it's a constant challenge for the community. In Slab City, survival demands resilience, creativity, and the willingness to embrace a life that's both liberating and perilous. Some come to Slab City seeking freedom, but others bring complex issues, including brushes with the law. Life in Slab City is a daily testament to resilience, as people face both the freedom and hardship of surviving here. The question lingers: is total freedom worth these dangers, or do people find life's true meaning through such trials? When people hear about a place without police or formal laws, they might envision a chaotic, crime-ridden land. But is that really what life in Slab City is like? Or is there a unique order within this unusual community? Let's explore the hidden side and myths surrounding Slab City, a place without police, where order and safety rest on the shoulders of each resident. So, what happens when conflicts arise? James, a longtime resident, explains, "Here, if someone steps out of line, we don't call the cops, we handle it ourselves." He recalls a situation where someone was suspected of theft. Rather than contacting authorities, the community confronted the individual directly, asking for the items to be returned. Refusal could mean banishment from Slab City. While there are no official laws, Slab City isn't a place of complete anarchy. The community has informal rules to keep the peace, with a live and let live philosophy as a common guiding principle. Now, can this self-governed model survive long-term? Or is it a temporary haven before chaos eventually takes over? Share your thoughts below. But Slab City holds more than just tales of survival. Amid the stark desert, a burst of color rises from the sands, Salvation Mountain, an extraordinary work of art. This massive mural is the life's work of Leonard Knight, a humble man with a simple message: God is love. Leonard was born in Vermont in 1931 and arrived in Slab City in 1984 with the dream of sending this message skyward on a hot air balloon. When that plan fell through, he chose to stay and build Salvation Mountain instead. Imagine it, one man, alone in the unforgiving desert, gathering discarded materials to create a masterpiece. Leonard mixed mud, straw, and countless gallons of paint, salvaged from old cans and donations, to transform a barren hillside into a sprawling, colorful artwork. He labored for years under the scorching sun, adding layers of vibrant paint to the hillside, driven by his belief in love and kindness. Yet not everyone appreciated his vision. At one point, local authorities attempted to demolish the mountain, citing environmental concerns. Leonard Knight's unwavering dedication turned Salvation Mountain into an iconic piece of folk art that draws thousands each year. Despite challenges, he held fast to his mission of spreading a simple yet profound message. This world needs more love. Leonard said, "I just wanted to spread love to everyone," and his work stands as a testament to his conviction. As we continue our journey through Slab City, we encounter East Jesus, an outdoor art installation that pushes creativity even further. If Salvation Mountain felt surreal, East Jesus takes it to a whole new level. Constructed from discarded items, East Jesus is a maze of strange, thought-provoking, and sometimes eerie sculptures. Old cars are reimagined into bold structures, and broken dolls, electronics, and rusted metal form captivating and unsettling displays. Wizard, one of the leading artists with a wild beard and intense gaze, explains, "We turn society's trash into art." Every piece here speaks to the issues of overconsumption and waste. One installation is a wall of flickering televisions, buzzing with static, a chaotic yet powerful statement on our overload of meaningless information. Another piece, an armchair surrounded by stopped clocks, serves as a symbol of the timelessness felt here. Time has no meaning here, Wizard shares. We live outside the bounds of society, and art is our way of expressing that freedom. Both Salvation Mountain and East Jesus remind us of humanity's ability to create beauty and meaning from discarded chaos. They challenge our views on waste, art, and life itself. And as night falls, the desert transforms once again at The Range, an open-air stage pieced together from scrap wood and old lights. Every Saturday, music fills the night air, fires flicker, and Slab City residents gather. At The Range in Slab City, music is more than just sound. It's a heartfelt expression. Here, people don't just play. They share their souls, free from judgment, bound only by the power of connection. Imagine a place where strangers, each carrying unique stories, find common ground. In a harsh environment where food and water are prized, sharing becomes the backbone of this community. However, with this freedom come difficult realities few can ignore. Without waste management, residents burn or dump trash, leading to unsightly waste buildup and severe environmental risks. Strong desert winds spread plastics, metals, and toxins across the land, contaminating soil and groundwater. The lack of proper sanitation, makeshift toilets, and pits creates unpleasant odors and breeding grounds for harmful bacteria and insects. Though Slab City sits on government land, residents have claimed it as their home for years, making it both a sanctuary and a struggle for survival where freedom comes at a serious cost. With tourism and outside interest growing, authorities are reconsidering Slab City's future. Legal battles have started as the government looks to repurpose the land for commercial or military use, putting longtime residents at risk of losing their only home. "We may not have deeds, but this is our life," says Tom, a resident. "This fight is more than a land dispute. It's a struggle to protect a rare community." Can Slab City survive the mounting pressures from outside forces? As we end this eye-opening journey through Slab City, the place where freedom stretches to its extremes, let's pause to consider. What can we learn from this unique desert community? Slab City challenges us to think about the frameworks shaping our lives. Are we truly living for ourselves? Or are we confined by society's rules and expectations? Is it possible to find harmony between personal freedom and responsibility to others? Slab City's story is not just about a small desert outpost. It reflects our own lives and choices. It reminds us of resilience, creativity, and the power of community spirit, showing that we can bring these lessons into our own worlds without abandoning society. So, what will you choose? Reflect on your own path and share your thoughts on freedom and community in the comments. Thank you for joining us in exploring Slab City, the last free place. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be with us on our next adventure.